Good evening, everyone. My name is Sinjin Flynn, and welcome to the Just kidding. Our wonderful usual panel moderator is vacationing in Mexico City with his partner as we speak, so we wish him well. In his place, I'm gonna do my best with the panel here. Thank you all so much for being here this evening. We're really excited to present this program, the second of our democracy-inspired We the People season, titled Opportunity. And again, we're exploring how America is the land of opportunity and how this means something different for everyone. And before I introduce our wonderful panel here, I wanted to first just mention someone who's really inspired me and inspired Apollo Chamber Players, and his name is Lorenzo Martinez. He's sitting right here. Lorenzo came to America on something called Operation Pedro Pan, before Fidel Castro came into power, along with 15 or 16,000 other young Cuban individuals and children, and he found his way, he found his life here in America. And in fact, he and his partner, Tom Cunningham, were the set designer and the pianist, the composer for the show Captain Kangaroo, if anybody is familiar. So also, I think it's a really great segue into talking about how opportunity is represented through the generations. And we have some really special Cuban dancers here with us this evening, but let me introduce everyone for you. First, we have Mónica Gómez. Oh. Can you guys switch up the order a little bit? And then we have Gian Carlo Perez. Estheysis Menendez, right over here. Allison Whitley, right over here. Jesús Pacheco, Houston percussionist. And last but not least, Liana Amaya, our wonderful artist for this evening. All right. So we're going to begin. We were just kind of joking backstage a little bit that we usually see the dancers, especially, you know, in their dancing uniforms, and don't they look so lovely? They dressed up just for this panel, for you all. Well, let's start. Tell us where you're from originally, a little bit about your childhood, how you came to the United States, and specifically Houston, Texas. Who wants to start? I think Gian Carlo has been nominated to begin.
Hello, everybody. Hi. My name is Gian Carlos. I'm from Cuba, and I moved to Houston last year after living for 9 years in Washington, D.C. Back in 2014, I got the opportunity for another 24 other Cubans that got visa work to come to America to have, you know, a different type of life. I worked in school since like 9 years old with Mónica, and I joined Estheysis later in the National Ballet of Cuba when we like have a beautiful career before they have the opportunity to come to the United States and like continue doing what we are meant to do. This country have opened so many doors for like our families, for our friends, for our form, that we are really grateful to have every single day of our life though. So.
Thanks, Gian Carlo. Mónica? Yeah.
Yeah, so I joined the Houston Ballet in 2015. I've been here with Houston Ballet for 10 years. And yeah, my childhood in Cuba in ballet, it was quite interesting. You know, my parents never knew that I wanted to dance. There was this audition that was going on in the country, and I just remember taking my clothes and going to that audition. They didn't know I was doing that. And you know, I got into the school, into the audition. They really saw all my conditions, and that's how everything started. And I had a wonderful career in Cuba. I was in the National Ballet for 3 years, where I met all these beautiful people that I danced with, and coming to this country, my story was a little bit different. I had to defect my country to be able to get all the opportunities that I wanted for me and for my family. So that was a big step for me at that time. Nerve-breaking, very challenging for me. But it was the best step I ever took in my life. Now I have a wonderful career at Houston Ballet, first soloist now. I have a wonderful husband and a whole beautiful life now. And I couldn't be more proud of this country and all the opportunity that have given to me, especially all the wonderful people I have met along the way. Beautiful, beautiful people in this country.
Stacy. I think it's on.
Of course. Hi.
There we go, there we go.
Well, before all, Lorenzo, thank you so much for the book. I loved it. I can't wait to read it. So excited for it. Thank you. Well, I got to the US in 2016, applied for asylum, and after they approved it, so I applied for my green card, and I spent 1 year. It was a little tough. It was hard. So coming from a country where we don't even speak the language, well, I'm still trying. I'm trying my best. So yes. So yeah, coming to this country, not even speaking the English, not even knowing what is a bank account, and then trying to audition and getting flight tickets and all the things to move forward. Like, it was very challenging. And back then I was so overwhelmed. This is my personal experience, that I didn't see the opportunity in front of me. I was not aware of it because, right, so when I got the contract from Houston Ballet, I was like, wow, I can't believe that I got the opportunity to join one of the best ballet companies in the US. And for me, it was like, I sit down and I was like, wait, is this real? Is this happening? So it was kind of like a dream. I came here chasing my dreams. And during that year, I was literally lost because I was like, is it be possible? I don't know if it would be possible because there was so many things, so many change, new challenge. But when I got it, like, I was so excited and happy and well. So now I'm extremely grateful that I got the opportunity to still be able to dance and have my baby, 6-month baby I just have.
She's expecting, that's right.
And so it's been a yes, very, very, very hard, but it's very rewarding. Yes.
Thank you for sharing, Stacy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
Sorry.
Allie, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name's Allie. I'm all the way from Dallas, Texas. Woo! I know. I say I'm from Dallas, but I was born in Virginia. My dad was a fighter pilot in the Navy, so we got to move around a lot, meet lots of people, and it's been a great opportunity and learning lots of different things and learning from different cultures that I've run into all over the place. And I really fell in love with dance when I moved to Colorado around the age of 7, but that was more of like jazz and tap and hip hop. The last thing I wanted to do was ballet. I hated ballet so much. I tried to get out of class. I was like, Mom, I feel ill, take me out. Like, I don't want to do it. So it's funny that I'm at the Houston Ballet now, 2 years in the company, but I've been here for 5 years. I was in the academy for a year. 14, I moved here alone, lived with a host family, moved away from home. Parents did not like that so much, but then I got into the Houston Ballet 2, which is the second company, the junior company, which you're still working in the academy with the rest of the group, but you're also working with the company and getting to experience what that life is like as well. Then I got my apprenticeship recently, and then had a great first year in the company, dipping my toe in the water, and now I'm in the Corps de Ballet. And yeah. Time is just, it's a weird thing. It's been here for 5 years. It doesn't feel real, but blessed to be here.
Thank you so much. I don't have a quick follow-up. Your father isn't an astronaut now, is he?
No.
No, okay.
He works for a car wash company now.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, thank you so much, Ali. Jesus, the floor is yours.
Yeah, as Matthew said, I'm the percussionist. I also come from Spain, so my story is not quite as, I guess, traumatic coming over here. Still, being an immigrant gets trumped by different things in life. I got the opportunity to come here thanks to my wife, Cecilia Duarte, who already lived here for many years. So I came directly to Houston 12 years ago. And I have to say, thinking about opportunity and about this program, I was thinking how back at the time when I met my wife, I already had a foot in Germany because I knew from the get-go that I wasn't gonna be able to be a full-time percussionist in Spain where I was. There was no opportunity to do that. There was no opportunity to have our own projects, to be able to express ourselves within our art. Whatever we're born what we are, and sometimes being born an artist is just hard. Sometimes we think that music or dance is what joins us together. I think it's more maybe a past trauma that we went into our dance and art and music to refuge from, But not being able to be that in some places is also a very hard feeling. Houston has been home to that. Both to my wife and I, who are artists. My wife is a professional singer, a mezzo-soprano. We pay rent through music and through performance, and that's a lot to say. That's huge to say that, and we're thankful every day for that. We're thankful to Houston for that, and for all of you as well to support that, and please do support that, because it allows us to be who we are and to do what we do. So. That's basically what I got. Again, not very, as I said, 12 years here in Houston have been very rewarding, and we're really thankful for that.
Thank you. Liana Amaya.
Yes, that is me. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, so no travel stories here, but I've definitely been so grateful for the opportunities I've gained as an artist here and being able to pursue my ambitions as an artist. And, I was fortunate enough to be able to attend Cornell University, this really great art program they had, and, I'm a first-generation college student, so to have that chance, that opportunity to be exposed to so many wonderful artists and mentors, professors, and just experiences, I feel like I'm always grateful for that. And I've been able to make a life off of my art now, and being able to have my art in exhibitions like this. And I think being able to have my art communicate with people has been such a privilege and an honor. And I'm just, really grateful that Houston, as a diverse place, has really instilled this drive in me to chase those ambitions. And like Jesus has said, it's definitely a tough thing, and it's very rewarding when you're able to, support yourself through your art. It's definitely something I am always appreciative of.
Thank you, Liana. And of course, she did this new painting for us, the second one for our season, Opportunity. And she also did our We the People painting that we unveiled with our concert with Mr. George Takei in October, if you were joining us for that. Yeah. So beautiful. And actually, let's maybe go backwards here and just delve into each of you a little bit more. But actually, Liana, I think it's very interesting to me that you are the only kind of, why don't you keep it? You're the only kind of native Houstonian, and I feel, I've been here for 25 years now. Apollo would not be possible in any other city than Houston. I know that, and all four of us in Apollo, we can feel the entrepreneurship and that's kind of embedded in the culture here. So I'm just interested in any of your thoughts in kind of being a native Houstonian. Do you still feel that in the blood of the city? Because it's very different than a lot of the more stale northeastern cities. We won't mention those.
I definitely can attest to that. You know, I went to school in the Northeast, so I feel like there is a more lively aspect to Houston. I definitely appreciate the diversity and like the people that I meet. It's so welcoming, and I feel like, you know, also, I mean, I work at Houston Arts Alliance, thankfully, so I get to meet lots of artists, you know, across so many different professions and get to talk to them about their stories. And I feel like so many people have been able to, you know, sort of harness their dreams and cultivate, you know, their aspirations within their creativity. And I feel like that's very rare, and like not many cities, I think, can like afford those opportunities to people. So I think that Houston definitely is very unique in that aspect, and I think we're definitely on the rise, so watch out for us. Yeah.
And maybe quickly too, Liana, maybe just your inspirations as an artist, anyone alive or, you know, not alive, that you can point to. And it's easy for us, for musicians, to say, hey, we love Beethoven, we love, you know, these particular performers, but for you, this is a little bit outside of our wheelhouse, if you will. Who are your main inspirations as an artist?
Yeah, so I would say my main inspiration as an artist is somebody that we probably all know, Salvador Dali, so not so unique. But I absolutely have loved his work ever since I first saw it when I was a kid in the Museum of Fine Arts, you know, here in Houston, and I feel like the aspects of surrealism, the uncanny nature of it, really have like reflected themselves in my work always. And in addition to Mr. Dali, I would say there's an artist that I gravitate towards named Nicholas Party. He's a pastel artist, so a bit different from oil paint, which is what I do. But I had the fortunate chance of being able to see one of his exhibitions in New York City. And, you know, you walk into this exhibition and it's just like you're met with all these bright, beautiful, vivid colors, and it's like you're walking into art itself. And he uses portraiture in a way that really like speaks to you as a person. It intensifies like the way that we view faces, and I was so moved by that ever since then, years passed even, you know, I feel like I incorporate a lot of his aspects into my work. And no matter how my art transitions, you know, I do a lot of political work now, especially with the Thanks of Apollo, but, you know, in the past I've definitely explored more like existential, surrealist topics, and no matter what, I feel like I always imbue those aspects of color and portraiture, because those things I think are very important to me, and I feel like they can really translate, I don't know, like an intensity that people can relate to. Yeah.
And we love the connection between fine art and dance and music. It's such a wonderful synergy. I wonder if we can show her a quick reel in our process. Can you guys just scroll to that? This is really cool, and it's such a cool thing. Like, she did a great job with the timing of it, and it's very Gen Z. You are Gen Z, right?
I am
right
Gen
now?
Z, yes.
Let's see if you guys are able to pull that up.
Hi, my name's Liana. I'm an oil painter, and I made this painting called We the People to represent how art can be activism. In such a politically divisive climate, it's imperative that we use our voice, our art, to bring people together. The root of democracy lies with us, the people, and when we celebrate our differences and unite for the common good, we can accomplish great things.
How about that? Yeah. Thanks so much, Liana. So as we close, let's maybe in one sentence, each of you tell us how you define opportunity. Jesus. I didn't give him this, I sort of.
We were not prepared for this, just FYI. And we're not writers either, so. You know, opportunity comes with the freedom, with the chance, of course. And it comes with a context that provides for that opportunity to arise and to happen. That's at least what it's been for me in my life, and that's what it is for me here in Houston. I'm capable, you know. I'm not defined by where I come from or who I am or anything. There is that freedom, right? And there is a chance, and there is a support, and there is a context, and that's what makes it happen. So yeah, that's what it is for me.
Thank you, Jesus. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. There's a lot to that. But I think it's any circumstance, good or bad, and using it to make something beautiful in your life. Because you can't always control what's going on around you, but it's what you do with it.
Beautiful. All right. There we go. Beautiful.
She took it from me. No, just kidding. Kind of, yes. I mean, I agree with what she says. So I think that for me, it's like being aware that you have the opportunity, take it or let it go. And if you know, if it didn't work out, so at least you tried, you had the opportunity to try yourself, to be open and say, okay, at least I tried and I had the chance. And you feel in peace, and I feel like sometimes you feel like happy that you at least tried for, so.
Maybe the opportunity to fail is sometimes better than
Yes.
success.
That's right.
That's right.
For me, opportunities like waking up every morning. I think we have the awareness of being alive and see a beautiful life that we live in every day, and we decide how to approach it. Like, we all have a chance to come and do what we love, is arts in general. So we are aware of that we have that power. So we have to control our opportunities and make them as most successful possible. That's what I think.
I don't know what to say now. They have said it all. I mean, I know. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, for me, opportunities, so many things, so many things. Freedom, that what Estheysis said as well, that you have to grab the opportunity and make something out of it, right? It's just not gonna happen just by itself. You have to go for it too and be brave. And what he said as well, you know, you wake up every day and you have to, just be very positive, and you know that there's gonna be an opportunity waiting for you, and you gotta be ready for it too. But yeah.
You guys are helping.
So-
You guys are providing opportunity for new life as well,
Yeah.
physical life too. So
Yeah.
congratulations again.
We also
oh.
had, I gotta say, we had a great opportunity to be here with you in this beautiful show, and I got to choreograph for the first time for these two beautiful dancers over here. So thank you for the opportunity
you.
that
Thank
you
you.
presented to me.
I was going to mention that I mean, we have known each other for a number of years now, and I know we think about something pre-pandemic, and it feels like it's, you know, a long time ago, but I think we first collaborated right here at Match 2018 for our Brazilian Beats concert, along with Houston Contemporary Dance Company, Marlena Doyle, and a few of their wonderful dancers. And that really, I mean, from that moment on, we were hooked. Actually, when we did Cacti with Houston Ballet in 2016, that was amazing. Anybody here see that? Yeah. An amazing production, and from that really inspired us to seek out some new art forms in our programming. So thank you all so much for being part of this panel. I want to, before we take a pause here, I want to talk about a little bit the rest of the program. The musical portion of the program is going to go kind of as seamlessly as it can. But I want to start and talk a little bit about the string quartet by Miklos Rocha that we're performing. Who has heard of Miklos Rocha before? Okay, a few people, and you probably know him mostly as a film composer. He escaped Nazi Germany for Hollywood in the 40s. He earned 3 Academy Awards for Spellbound, A Double Life, and Ben-Hur, with 17 Oscar nominations. But he really struggled between his life as a film composer, where he earned most of his money, and as a concert performer as well. And we have a short video that we'll play at the end of the pause here, that will explain a little bit more about his thought process and his inspirations and his teaching. But about the string quartet, you know, we have been wanting to do this for many years. It's very colorful. I think it reflects his time that he spent in Paris, kind of absorbing that culture and also of the culture of America here. The first movement is a more traditional form with contemporary melodies. The second movement is a very quirky scherzo based on Hungarian folk dances with a very dramatic middle section. The third is a beautiful movement. It's a little bit dark, and I think you can hear some of his Hollywood kind of cinematic style in there. There's a moment when I really feel like we hear E.T., the theme from E.T., so see if you can pick up on that, which he may have passed along to John Williams and other film composers after him. The fourth and final movement is a buoyant Hungarian folk dance, which echoes his predecessors, Bartók and Kodály. And I think it's just a really wonderful way to end the piece. And like I mentioned, we'll show a short interview clip of a radio announcer from Chicago. His name is Bruce Duffy, and he was very generous to share this recording with us. He recorded about an hour that I kind of pared down to some of the highlights in 1987, toward the end of Rocha's life. And I didn't put this in there, but you'll hear it. You'll never, I was surprised to learn this as well, but Rocha wrote the Dragnet bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum theme. However, it was stolen by some other film composers, and then it was in legality and legal, melee for quite a number of years, and finally they came to an agreement. But anyway, he is the composer of that famous theme. And then we're going to feature a piece by Ernesto Lecuona, another famous Cuban composer who also found opportunity in America. Unhappy with Castro's new regime, Lecuona moved to Tampa, Florida, where he lived out the rest of his life. His talent for composition influenced the Latin American world in a way quite similar to George Gershwin in the United States, kind of elevating and raising Cuban music to classical status. And then the final number, which is choreographed with our wonderful dancers here, is titled Nostalgia de las Montanas, or Nostalgia of the Mountains. We also premiered that in 2018 as part of our Brazilian Beats concert. Leo Brauer is another kind of master Cuban composer. He has echoes of Bartók, and it took about 6 years to get this commission from him, and we're really, pleased to be bringing that to the stage. And we're also doing one more piece. We have an introduction by Erbrick Eromaz, one of our favorite composers who's become a close friend. He's now studying. He's studying in the United States, and he's now teaching in Turkey. He'll explain this a little bit in his own words, but his music recently got canceled by the Turkish government and President Erdogan, and so he's experiencing censorship. So I thought it'd be really cool to ask him. Actually, he offered to write something for this program to kind of connect and elide our previous season around censorship with our democracy-inspired We the People season this year. So it's a really amazing work. It's very short, and I'm interested to see what everybody thinks. It has some echoes of Pink Floyd, and it's based on the poetry of a poet, a Turkish poet that he'll again describe. So it's really wonderful. And Jesus is a part of that. So please enjoy that world premiere for this evening. Last but not least, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for this evening's program. If we could pull up that slide, they are bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum. Brad and Paige Taylor. Please stand to get acknowledged, guys. All right, there we are. Please join me in thanking our wonderful panel again. Thank you, everybody. A smile for a picture. And there's our wonderful photographer, Lynn, up there. Let's get a shot. All right, 1, 2, 3. Opportunity. All right, we'll see you all in a few minutes. Please enjoy the program. Thank you.